Who do you like Christian Wood?
I love Christian Wood.
No, I feel like everyone's ragging on Christian Wood to be. Everyone's like Christian Wood's the epitome of a guy who is a mediocre player putting up good stats on a bad team, and he just does not play defense. Do you think he can play defense?
Yeah, I think he can hold his own on defense, but he cannot be the vocal point.
Elaborate.
So JaVale was a big get because if you don't get JaVale, I guess you got Dwight, but Christian Wood, when the priest gets a hard on, I think that Christian Wood is a very good basketball player, and especially offensively, he's extremely good. I came up with the saying right when he got to Houston, 20 and 10, put it in pen. Should have put it on a shirt. I don't know what I was thinking, but this man would literally give up like 30 to Dwight Powell at center. Like he just he can't be the vocal point of a defense. So getting JaVale was huge. I think you need to use Christian Wood as a Kevin Love on the championship Cleveland Cavaliers basketball organizational team. So where you'd use him as that third piece offensively and defensively. You know, it's not like he's trash, but you know, he can hold his own, but he's not all defensive. So I have huge concerns with the Dallas Mavericks, which we've kind of touched on in the last couple of days. What do you think about Christian Wood?
So Steven Siles, he literally was on the Mavericks bench, and then he went over to the Rockets. What I remember from Steven Siles is that he was always heralded as this great offensive coach.
Well, because he coached the most efficient offense in NBA history, right?
When he was on the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. But my question is the most efficient way to maximize the talent on this team putting Christian Wood at power forward and JaVale McGee at center, and then you have who I guess the backup center would become Maxi Kleber, and then you throw in Davis Bertans as backing up Christian Wood, or you have Dwight Powell as the backup center, and you have Maxi Kleber as the backup four, and then you rotate Davis Bertans. You run Luka at point, at shooting guard, I guess. I don't know if you run Spencer Dinwiddie with Luka or Tim Hardaway Jr. I guess Tim Hardaway Jr. running Spencer off the bench, Reggie Bullock, or probably Dorian Finney-Smith starting, and then Reggie Bullock off the bench with, you know, Spencer Dinwiddie. We hope Josh Green takes a jump. He has some playmaking ability. He has the size, the rebound. I really think at the very least he can be a 3-and-D guy. He knows where to go, right spots. It just needs the shot, the fall. I think Jaden Hardy could be like one of the best rookies if they let him unleash.
Yeah.
He was so
they
good.
Might.
I really liked Jaden Hardy at the end of the regular season of the G League. The guy shot 36%. His last month or so in the G League Ignite team, he was probably just as good as any other of the lottery picks, in my opinion. But the guy that intrigues me the most is Tyler Dorsey. I made a video about him a year ago and saying that he was somebody that the NBA should have on their radar. He ended up not coming over last year, but after spending a year there, he actually picked up a Greek citizenship and now plays for the Greek national team. And he comes over. He's one of the best, or one of the better, or if not the best sharpshooter in Europe for the past few years. And yeah, he's only 6'3", but he was a guy who was originally in the NBA, I believe, played for the Hawks. I think he's a guy who come in again. I think this is a team of just shooters and just guys who switch. If you look at this, let's switch this by height. This is where it gets interesting. They have right here what is it? If you want to count from, they have only 3 guys that are under, or 2 guys that are under 6'5", with Jaden Hardy allegedly and Tyler Dorsey being the 2 shortest guys at 6'3" and 6'4". Spencer Dinwiddie is allegedly 6'5", Theo Penson 6'5", Tim Hardaway 6'5", Frank Ntilikina 6'6", Josh Green 6'6". I did not know that some of these guys were this big. Okay, so I'm taking some of these heights with a grain of salt, but this team in length is kind of they really love that 6'5" to 6'7" range, as they only have 5 guys over 6'10", 6'10" or above. I guess over 6'9". What do you think about the size on this team? They were a good rebounding
Where are you
team.
getting at? I don't get it. I'm so confused.
You don't get it? You don't get it?
I'm just confused as far as like how that's applicable to me. I look at this roster and I think, you know what? Defensively, they're not that great. And
defensively, they were the best team last year. I don't worry about their defense. They're going to be great next year.
Defensively, the best team. There's no way that I'm buying that bull crap. So I'm looking it up right now, live on air from Rockefeller Plaza. We have the 6th best defense Dallas Mavericks last season. So
okay, that points they were the number 1 defense. I don't know.
Here's my thing. Is JaVale starting? Because JaVale hasn't consistently started in over 3 years.
Yes, he is starting. He took the money because he could have gone to the Bucks, similar money, but the Bucks said he was off the bench.
All right, here's the thing, JaVale. You're 34, bro. How many games and how all right, yeah, cool. You're starting 15 a night. Well, JaVale's not giving me more than 20 a night, and that's being very generous to him. So here's your rotation. Luka Doncic, Dinwiddie off the bench or starting? I think he's going to have to come off the bench. So at the 2 position, I'm probably going to go with I'm probably going to go with Tim Hardaway and Reggie Bullock, and then Dorian Finney-Smith and Christian Wood. Wow, that's what they have right there. I'm going with that exactly right there. Defensively, I have issues and concerns with that starting 5. Championship-wise, I have issues and concerns with that starting 5. Longevity, I have issues and concerns with that starting 5. Now, guys like Dorian Finney-Smith are extremely underrated in this league. Tim Hardaway Jr., great basketball player. Reggie Bullock, solid basketball player for him. They have solid basketball players, but I don't see Christian Wood being that guy. Losing Jalen Brunson was absolutely catastrophic, that I think derails this entire organization that I've told you before, and Luka's going to Houston one day, and I don't think it'll happen soon, and I don't think it'll happen this year, and I don't think they can miss the play-in, because when you have a guy like Luka Doncic, you're not going to miss the playoffs unless Luka got hurt. Even if Luka gets hurt, they should be able to scrap their way till whenever he gets back. So this team's making the playoffs, and they'll probably be like a 6 or 7 seed, and they'll get blown their backs out completely in the playoffs by some heavy hitter. And when that happens, you'll start hearing what I'm talking about right now is, now what?
I think what they'll do is, honestly, Luka Doncic starts, and then first off, before I do my lineup, I want to say I'm going to do 2 lineups. One lineup is if they keep the current roster, which it seems like. Second one is I think they should go out and trade for Colin Sexton. I want to see if they can maybe offer up. I don't know who you would offer. I guess it would have to be Josh Green. I'm sorry, but maybe do a sign and trade for Josh Green for Colin Sexton. I think no picks involved. If anything, throw him some second round picks. Just Josh Green for Colin Sexton. Sign Colin Sexton to a 3-year, $60 million deal with a 2-year +1. What?
Cleveland's got the power here. If I'm Cleveland, I'm all set with that.
Josh Green for Colin Sexton. Yeah.
Unless you're trying to get rid of that contract, which I don't know why Cleveland would be scrapping around money.
I would hit them up. So if they had Colin Sexton, I would do Luka Doncic, Tim Hardaway, Dorian Finney-Smith, Christian Wood, JaVale McGee, and then you'd have, Colin Sexton, Spencer Dinwiddie, Reggie Bullock off the bench. But the starting lineup I think they should do, if they keep the roster right now, it should be Luka Doncic, Reggie Bullock, Dorian Finney-Smith, Christian Wood, JaVale McGee. Make Tim Hardaway Jr. the sixth man because he's the only guy.
No.
He's the only guy who can.
Dude.
Why?
You just can't. He's very vital to this roster.
He didn't. They made it without it. They made it to the fucking Western Conference Finals without him.
You need cutters when you're playing with Luka. You need cutters and shooters. I don't think they're gonna mess with the starting lineup enough because it's very risky. But you're right. So maybe that was Tim Hardaway Jr. from 2 years ago.
Like, I think if he could be a microwave off the bench.
Yeah.
What Spencer did when he. Because then Luka could have himself, Reggie Bullock, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Christian Wood to shoot. JaVale McGee will rebound. And because Luka will drive and kick, and he can just toss it to Bullock, Finney, and Wood to space the floor. And then off the bench, you have Hardaway and Dinwiddie who can do similar shit, and two guys can sit. And then you can do Dwight Powell, JaVale's back up. You have Davis Bertans, Maxi Kleber whenever you want to go, 5 out. Josh Green can come into the rotation too if like Bullock or somebody regresses. But I think, Jason Kidd is a good coach. I think he's done a good job. And I think this team I think they know what they're capable of, and it's just good coaching. They don't need that star caliber player. I think they showed that. And I think if they're just a team that plays within their system, and they know how to beat teams with their system, and they're just going to keep doing it. And they brought players in that fit their system. And I feel like some people are going to criticize it, but I don't think a few years ago people would have thought like, Luka Doncic would have been playing, above average league defense. Davis Bertans would be able to be on the floor after getting like that shit contract. Or Maxi Kleber in the Western Conference Finals, or Dorian Finney-Smith to become like an literally an all defensive team member caliber player, it looked like. And Frank Ntilikina to be able to be on the floor, You
want to know why they made it to the Western Conference Finals? It's because you played the two worst teams in the Western Conference. You played the Utah Jazz, who are the definition of choking poser mediocrity, the Utah Jazz. And then you go and play Chris Fraud and Devin Unclutch Booker, although I know he leads the league in attempts.
You're talking about a team that was 64 and 18, an MVP candidate.
I cannot wait. It honestly baffles me that people still view the Phoenix Suns as contenders.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. You just reconfigured my words. I just said you're talking about a 64 and 18 team. I'm sorry. The
most overrated 64 and 18 team I've ever heard of in my entire life. Chris Fraud? Yeah, I'm terrified of Chris Fraud in the playoffs. CP 0. He's accomplished 0 things. So, no. I'm not buying the Dallas Mavericks because you played the Phoenix Suns, who were pretty much at that point, they shouldn't have lost to New Orleans, but they could have easily lost to New Orleans. And you go and you play Golden State, and what did I say? And I'm pretty sure I said it all the damn time on this show. I'll go back, I'll watch the film. This is not lasting long. And how long did it last? It lasted like a virgin. First time with a girl, 10 seconds, 4 days, 5 games, series done. Was never even close. It was never even, oh my God, can Dallas do this? I'm not Rusty Buckets. I'm not saying, you know what, Dallas is winning this. I know Dallas. I know what Dallas can and can't do, and what they can't do is anything significant. So it's unfortunate because I love Luka, but I'm smoking on that Mavs pack. It's just not. It's not meant to happen in Dallas, Luka. I'm sorry. It's just because I want it to happen because of Dirk, but you're going to have to get out of there.
No.